Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear at 812-303-5018 on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. And as usual, got my man D Hicks on the right-hand side. What's good, D?
What's that one, Pop?
Man, chilling, man. You know, trying to stay chill anyway, because it's like 1,000 degrees out there, boy. 1,000 degrees today of like 999 yesterday.
Man, what you see?
So, man, if you got to be outside today, man, keep cool, keep you some water, you know, stay hydrated because it's about to be muggy. They say that the heat index is supposed to get above 101 degrees. Crazy hot out there. I'm telling you, crazy hot out there. You was complaining about the wintertime. Now you're about to be complaining about the summertime. So be careful if you have to be out there. And broadcasting live from the Spud and Stuff Studios. Spud and Stuff located on the corner of Bakey and Washington and Evansville Southeast Side in the Ross Center, home of the hungry man and the holy Montana Spud. Telling you, and veteran friendly. Give veteran discounts 10% for veterans, first responders, police officers, things like that. You know what I mean? Very veteran and service friendly out there, veteran owned. Going out there and support them in the Ross Center on Washington and Bakey, Spuds and Stuff. East Side. Tell them Nino sent you. As usual, we're sponsored by Loudberries Clothing at loudberries.com with a 420 clothing enthusiast. Log on to loudberries.com and the link below to get you some fresh new Loudberries gear. We got Jim Jones and Whack 100 going at it.
Yeah,
back and forth.
What caused that?
Well, Whack 100 and Tekashi 6ix9ine did a telephone interview on the Academics, I guess Academics radio show. And they were supposed to have been squashing their little beef because Tekashi wanted to go to, I guess, to one of the Rolling Loud music festival, was trying to get Whack 100 to sell him one of them bands for like $25,000. Like, man, I just want to get in there, man. These cats think they got beef. I'm going to bring it to them, blah, 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 blah. You know, so Whack 100 didn't do it. So they ended up trying to get on this radio show to try to squash the beef and all that. Tekashi ended up bringing up Jim Jones, saying that, you know, during the course of the conversation, that he don't understand why Jim Jones, you know, hasn't been arrested yet for causing, you know, for snitching on him, for, you know, I mean, not for snitching on him, for
put a hit on him,
you know, so telling them, you know, allegedly telling the Bloods to, you know, do their thing, beat them up and all that kind of good stuff. And then apparently Jim Jones had been arrested for another gun charge following that. And somehow the gun ended up disappearing out of the evidence locker. They couldn't find it. You know what I mean? The paperwork, it ended up getting, you know, shuffled to the side, and, you know, Jim Jones hasn't faced any charges on that case as of yet. So Whack one, when Tekashi called Jim Jones, said that Jim Jones is the one that was on the tape recordings and on wiretaps, you know, giving up information. You know, he was the one snitched. He said that, you know, and then but Jim Jones come back calling, you know, the radio show, aiming it at Whack 100 for some reason, you know, saying that Whack 1, you know, F Whack 100 and anybody that's working with him, he's a blank, you know, he's a H and F him, and this cat don't know who he talking to, blah, blah, blah. So Whack 100 had to come back with the response like, hey, Jim Jones, you know, I don't know what your issue is with me, bro, but the kid is the one that called you a snitch. You know, he say, but facts is facts, my dude. You say you gave an order that was carried out. You got gun cases in Virginia. Nobody knows where the guns went. And the fact that you have some cat from a jail cell call in, that shows that you not, while you on the street, that shows that you peed. My God. You know what I mean? Use a few expletive words, but then that's just calling Jim Jones out. Like, since you're going to try to use my name, like, I'm going to tell you what I know about it, and then you can address that. You know, so we'll see how that turns out. You know what I mean? Jim Jones came back with his little comments, you know, dissing both Tekashi, calling him a snitch, everybody calling somebody snitching, back and forth and all that good stuff. So it ended up Whack 100. He's gotten dragged into it now.
But you know, no, these people too grown for that, dog.
I mean, yeah, they well into their 50s. I know Jim
well in their 50s,
Twitter beefing and all this kind of. But I mean, honestly, Tekashi's trying to just stay relevant. He's trying to get into any situation, any microphone, any. He was turned down on a couple of radio shows.
Killer the Kid.
Yeah, Gilly
Gilly Kid show, right, Showdown Now,
the Breakfast Club turned. You know, a couple other, the other radio shows didn't want him on. Like, you have nothing to say. We already know what we're down with you. We got you on paper. You already know. So he's like, no, I want to tell the reason why. He said, he tried to, and trying to bring Jim Jones into it and telling all of the inside blood business.
Yeah,
that was supposedly, allegedly going on behind the scenes. So this is about to get heated for real. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because Jim, Whack 100 say, I want to see Jim Jones' paperwork. He called him out. He said, I want to see the paperwork on that case, on whether or not he snitches, if he got off on the case, if they found, the guns or any of that stuff. So Whack 100 wants to see Jim Jones' paperwork.
Somebody's going to produce it.
It's going to get leaked out. I mean, unless he's got the super lawyer or something like that he's affording. I don't know who his representative team on any of that case is. Like I say, I don't know what the status is on that case whatsoever. We just going by what's been posted on Twitter. And all that. I'm not taking no sides in either one. We all know Tekashi. He already served his little time, and he's got his little label at whatever side of that coin that you want to put yourself on. If you pro 6ix9ine or anti 6ix9ine, what I mean, whatever you want to do. This is just now Whack 100 then got drug into it. And Whack 100 got famous because they said that Mike Tyson had supposedly punched him in the face for questioning Tupac's sexuality. During the interview.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And Mike Tyson's like, no, Pac was my guy.
He said Pac didn't say about him.
And they said it was never, nobody got a picture of it, but Whack 100 got online tweeting again, said, but don't deny, Mike Tyson still got them hands and he still hit hard.
Yeah, I know that, right? So you might be telling the truth, Jeff.
Who knows? But we'll see what this goes on. If there's going to be some kind of future beef between Whack 100 and Jim Jones. It's already between Jim Jones and Tekashi. Tekashi's just trying to get in where he fit in. He's trying to get on everybody's songs and trying to get on anybody's talk show and anybody's showcase that he possibly can get on to stay relevant. So we'll see how it turns out. Are you team 6ix9ine or are you team Jim Jones? Let us know. 812-303-5018 on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB. And as always, my man D Hicks in the building. What's good, D?
What's happening, one partner?
Man, chilling, man. Broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff studios. Give them a call at 812-402-7783. Order ahead or order online for delivery at spudsandstuff.com. They are veteran friendly and first responder friendly. Get a 10% discount with your order when you show your service ID. Tell them Nino sent you. They also are hiring for delivery drivers and in-store too. So you can make some money and spend some money and get some good food over there at the home of the hungry man. Over there at Spuds and Stuff. And sponsored by Loudberries Clothing at loudberries.com for the 420 clothing enthusiasts. Get all of your 420 related gear and get fresh to death with the Loudberries teddy bear at loudberries.com. I like the new logo with the Loudberries shirts.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. On yesterday's show. That was a new style, the Good Loud shirts. Yeah, man. So you can get yours. I'll hook you up. Let me know in the comment box. We can hook you up. Nick Cannon is in the news again, defending DaBaby, who he says was a victim of cancel culture, which is really going on. He had been removed from several festival gigs in the past recent weeks. I think it was like 6 and 7 of them. The 3 of them, the first 3 of them was when Lollapalooza first canceled them. Then 2 more canceled them. Then 3 more canceled them. I'm like, oh my God, they were just falling by the wayside like dominoes. So during an appearance on Power 105.1's The Breakfast Club on Monday, Nick Cannon didn't justify the remarks that Baby made when the North Carolina rhymer directly targeted individuals with HIV/AIDS and the LGBTQ community plus and more. Instead, he explained to the co-host DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God that DaBaby has experienced trauma in his life and should be educated rather than condemned and exiled from the music industry. And even then, I understand how Nick Cannon is trying to come to the baby's defense in one
Right.
end, but I don't agree with that. That had nothing to
That
do
had
with the
nothing
trauma
to do
in his
with the
life.
trauma in his life.
No,
bro.
this
Right.
was just a statement made at a concert that was
The
taken
minute
way out of context. Of course, everybody knows you don't die from AIDS in 2 to 3 weeks. It don't happen like that. You know what I mean? But if you don't, if that's really what y'all harping about, you know what I mean? Not the fact, you know what I mean?
Right.
We're not even about it. But y'all really harping on the fact that he was ignorant to what AIDS and HIV does and all that good stuff. Look, you know what you're getting when you're getting the baby. I'm coming to a concert. You know what I mean? He's a very, very heterosexual man. It's not homophobic to promote a heterosexual lifestyle. He didn't say anything negative about, about homosexuals or anything like that. He just said, if you're not doing that, throw your cell phones up.
Right.
If you ain't got no diseases, put your cell phones up, doing all that good stuff. I mean, and if you are, you kept your cell phones down. That's all it is. You know what I mean? But all of that, trying to take offense to it, he insulted people with HIV and AIDS and all. Everybody's trying to find something to jump on the bandwagon with to try to be a part of this cancel culture movement that's really going on to, so they could be part of something bigger. All these Madonna and Elton John, I'm just being totally irrelevant celebrities trying to make, even Nick Cannon, and I see how he's trying to come to the baby's rescue, but no, this ain't got nothing to do with him being traumatized in his life. No. But I do agree that he shouldn't be canceled out of every concert. Let the fans decide. If he was scheduled at a concert
and he don't show up, don't show up.
You know what I mean? But don't get him, man. You done already paid him the down payment on the money to let him come perform and all that good stuff.
Right.
Maybe he could have made a better performance and did something, more contributory.
Right, and apologize right there.
But everybody want to jump on the bandwagon. He said, we're gonna cancel, we're gonna cancel. It's not like you ain't never heard the baby say none of this stuff before. He said it on his albums, his music. If you listen to his albums, watch the videos, listen to his interviews. He's been talking like that. Nobody's ever canceled. You know what I mean? When Megan Thee Stallion and all these get up there and start talking about that, how they so heterosexually active and all that good stuff, and they don't want no man with no diseases and none of that. Nobody says anything about that. When they talk about undercover dudes acting like they undercover and don't want no undercover brothers and all this kind of other stuff, nobody jumps on that to try to cancel the female artists and none of that stuff. You know what I mean? But nobody tried to cancel Lil Nas X when he got the blood in his shoes and all this kind of.
He was on TV twerking on the devil.
Twerk, man.
And nobody said a single damn word on me. And I mean, if somebody could just call in or send a comment to help me understand.
But it's just something because Madonna jumped on it. If Madonna and Elton John hadn't jumped on it, that it would. Nobody who was a baby fan complained about what he said.
Nope.
Not one. Not one person said, I will never buy another baby album because of what he said. I will never watch another YouTube video because of what he said. No, none of the baby fans had any complaints about what he said. You know what I mean? It's only people who weren't fans of him in the first place, of his genre of music in the first place. That was coming. So look, freedom of speech got to go both ways. Now, y'all can't keep canceling people just because it's convenient for you at that moment and taking money out of people's mouth. None of the babies, there were people that went to those festivals specifically to see the baby. They wanted to see. They agreed with them. So you took their opportunity away to see somebody that they wish to see perform. You know what I mean? Leave it up to the fans, man. Power to the people. Just like I do with my little stock, what we're doing with the stock trade and all that stuff, the financial independence for Robinhood and Cash App, But there's still got to be still got to be independence and responsibility for what you decide to get mad at. Everybody's just jumping on this cancel culture bandwagon, trying to take money out of artists' pockets for stuff that they should have no reason to be shocked about. You should not have been shocked if you were a fan of the baby and know anything about him, any other rapper. Have you ever been to a rap concert where they try
to censor a concert?
Where they say all kind of stuff at these concerts. You ever been to, an R&B concert where my sexy ladies at, where my ladies with no diseases with the good jobs? I'm telling you, they say it all the time.
Right.
So it was just
But
because
they
this one time.
baby, homie.
It was just this one time because Madonna said it, then Elton John, neither one who were the baby fans in any kind of way, shape, form, or fan. You know, Lollapalooza, we got to, Madonna said something, we got to cancel. We need to cancel before anything happens. You know what I mean? So I think it was cancel culture run amok. I do appreciate Nick Cannon coming up trying to defend the baby, but no, it had nothing to do with his ignorance of him being traumatized as a kid and all that stuff. I'm glad he took the apology back. I'm glad he took the apology down because it wasn't written by him in the first place. That was the PR team that wrote that apology. You know what I mean? So it wasn't legitimate or genuine to begin with. So the baby, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep going out and entertaining the fans that actually want to be entertained by you, that actually buy your albums, that come to your show, that click your YouTube videos. Those are the fans, and those are the ones who you are performing for that you need to cater to. And if you start offending them, if the people that are actually putting money in your pocket, your fans, you know what I mean, the concert goers, if they start getting offended and you start getting the comments from people who, hey, I went to the baby's concert,
and I was offended.
I didn't like that. Nobody went to the concert and anything.
Nobody spoke up, said anything.
Your fans still support you, baby. Don't let all these other outside influences get to you, you know what I mean? And if you're not a fan of the baby, you have every right not to be a fan of the baby. If you just like everybody was jumping on when Tupac was saying misogynistic things with him.
And Robin Park was saying, yeah, man.
He went to jail for trying to put false being accused of raping a girl. You know what I mean? So it goes both ways, y'all. Y'all can't be cancel culture every time somebody has an opinion that you don't agree with and start trying to take money out. Just don't support them yourself. You don't have to go to the baby's concert. You don't have to watch the baby's videos if you don't agree with his stance on whatever statement of stance you don't agree with. So cancel culture is getting out of control, y'all. I think we need to tone it down just a little bit and let the people decide, let the fans decide, not the outside influence who never would have went to a baby concert in the first place. So let me know what you think. Is cancel culture getting real out of control right now? You know what I mean? Let us know. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Sponsored by Loudberries Clothing and loudberries.com for the 420 clothing enthusiasts. Get all of your 420 related gear. Get fresh to death for the rest of the summer and the beginning of the school year at loudberries.com. And on the right hand side, I got my man D Hicks, Forever Always right there. What's good, man?
Hey, what's chilling, man?
Chilling, CEO of Urban Revolution Management. If you are an independent artist or entrepreneur, like our artist of the week this week, Big Coop, out of Evansville, with Make It Off This Music, and we just put another one in there. What's the other one? What's the new song we just put on tonight? Yeah, I
got to hear that's my joint right there.
Got it. New music from Big Coop is in rotation only here on Live 99. No, it's I think it was 800 Degrees. The other one that you said you like.
Man, it's so many hits on it.
Yeah, I think it was one of them. So you check it out. You'll find out more music from Big Coop, our independent artist of the week this week. And if you are an independent artist or entrepreneur, send us some music at ninoincognito@gmail.com in a clean MP3 version. And if it's on point, we'll show it as much love as humanly possible. And you could be our next independent artist or entrepreneur of the week. And Jay-Z's cousin tried to get on some entrepreneurial stuff on his own on the side, but kind of did it the wrong way, apparently. Yeah. He's apparently, according to a lawsuit, scammed investors in Rock Nation's video game platform out of $250,000. Said Brian Biggs, the cousin of famed hip-hop star Jay-Z, was part of a team raising $1.5 million for Rock Nation's video game subsidiary Unanimous Games, according to the disgruntled investor Blueprint Capital Holdings. Saying Ryan Collision, the president of Blueprint, says he believed in Biggs' business plan to bridge the gap between esports and the entertainment industry through events and through live events and mobile video games. And say favorite rappers signed to the Rock Nation like Meek Mill, Joe Gotti, and Jay Park were expected to participate. And say Collision say he invested $250,000 in March of 2018, this is according to the Daily News,
right,
that Unanimous Games promised that if that it would at minimum repay that money plus interest by March of this year, according to the Manhattan Federal Court lawsuit. But that date has come and gone,
right,
with no money from Unanimous Games, according to the filing. So Collision offered more time for Biggs to pay him back and ask for tax returns and other financials from the video game company, but Unanimous Games failed to respond.
You're gonna file bankruptcy.
Man, that's the worst thing you can do is like when you owe somebody money, not return a phone call. Right. Man, don't make me have to come hunt you down. You know what I mean? Let me know something like, man, we kind of hurting right now. The plan ain't working. Ooh, you know what I mean? You got to let them know something. But I guess in July, said Big spoke with a Blueprint representative and said that Unanimous Games was about to get a $5 million investment. And saying following that investment, Unanimous Games would have been immediately immediately able to pay Blueprint back. Ooh, that's a tongue twister right there. According to the lawsuit, it said notably, Unanimous Games did not provide any tax returns, income statements, general ledgers, profit and loss statements, or any other documents relating to this alleged $5 million investment. But the records did show that Biggs paid himself tens of thousands of dollars from Unanimous Games in 2019 and 2020 . So
yeah, money off the top.
Yeah, he got his right off the top before
anything else.
But that's actually, I guess, if that would actually be part of his salary if the investment was
exactly. So he might beat this. He might beat this, dog.
But they said if the agreement was to pay them back by March of this year, this has been a 3-year ongoing investment now. Now, after 3 years, I ain't seen no return on my investment now. And I'm telling you, as a stock investor, I ain't seen no return on an investment in 3 years. Didn't you say you just got rid of the investment you just was investing in that wasn't moving for over a year? He was just looking at it like, man, this thing ain't moving. Now, you imagine 3 years?
And you waiting on your money.
Man, come on now. You ain't going to show me. You doing the Donald Trump now? You're not going to show me the tax returns. You're not going to show me the profit and loss statements. You're not going to show me
it wasn't a legitimate company in the first place.
You know what I mean? So if they're signed to, as part of Rock Nation, it's not like they can just bankrupt that segment without Rock Nation being held liable.
Exactly.
See, they're a direct subsidiary. They're just the gaming section of Rock Nation.
They can sue that part.
Now, if they can just show that they use that investment towards research and development, and they just weren't able to pay that money back. Okay, that's nothing that the Blueprint Capital could do about it. Because as an investor, you go up with the company, you go down with the company. It's different between giving somebody a loan for some money that you have to pay back whether you win or lose, versus being an investor in a company where I'm riding with you up or down. You know what I mean? If I decide to pull out, I'm just gonna pull out with my money and take my loss. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to ride with you on the up and down. We're going to go up and down with it. So you got to ride with the company if you're an investor. But every company has to, if you get invested in with other people's money, you got to show where that money's going. Where's that money going? What are you spending it on? Are you spending it on developers? Are you spending it on programmers? Are you spending it on promotion? What are you spending it on? So we're going to see if they're going to pull a Donald Trump and try to keep pushing it back into land and all that kind of stuff. Use the rest of that $250,000 to fight the court cost on the court case on the back end of it. So that'd be crazy. So we'll see how Rock Nation and Unanimous Games works this out. I haven't heard of any of games that was supposed to be coming out from them. I'm an avid video gamer myself.
Did they have that Def Jam?
No, that was back in the day. That was like old. That wasn't even like the 2000s when that game first came out. With the rappers fighting game that you was talking about. When they fight in the subway and all. That was good. I forgot the name of that game, but I know what you're talking about. No, that's not Unanimous Games though. No, so I don't know what Unanimous Games was trying to pull out. He said they had an idea of trying to incorporate rappers again with mobile gaming in some kind of way. I guess probably trying to feature their artists in certain games or maybe product placement. Because like Dr. Dre was in Grand Theft Auto 5 this last edition for like 10 seconds for real. We thought I had in the Grand Theft Auto, I owned one of the nightclubs in the video game, and they made it. No. That was the whole thing about it. They catfish people. They made from the promotion. They made Great Rockstar made people think that Dr. Dre was going to be like a guest DJ in your nightclub.
Right.
Why Dr. Dre get off the doggone airplane? Right. The dude that played the part of, remember in Friday, my grandma gave me that chain.
Yeah.
He's playing Dr. Dre's bodyguard on that thing, and he was like, "Did you bring the equipment?" Oh no, I didn't know. We got to go back. Oh, we got to go. And so Dr. Dre ends up just getting on the plane and flies away. So you got played. You thought you was going to have Dr. Dre as a guest DJ, but now he made like a 10-second cameo. He got off the plane. We ain't got the equipment. Oh, we can't do nothing with it. They turned right back around and got back on the plane. So we'll see. I don't know how they were going to try to incorporate these, rappers. Like I say, Rock Nation has, a plethora of artists under, including Megan Thee Stallion, like say Meek Mills and all the kind of other, rappers like that. Even now, I think Nas is even signed to Def Jam Rockefeller right now. So they could have done it depending on what avenue they were going to try to take it in. If they were going to do the cameo appearances, or maybe just have the artist music as like theme music in the background on some of these games and things like that. It's a million ways that you can work into it.
So, but
apparently they weren't doing any of that. So Blueprint, I guess Blueprint Capital, whoever the name of was it, Blueprint Capital Holdings said they want their money back. 3 years is long enough. You know what I mean? So I know, and Rock Nation got it. $250,000. That ain't nothing to pay back. You know what I mean? Jay-Z wearing that on his wrist. Yeah, right. Remember that emerald custom? Oh my God, that thing was that he was wearing at that white party. Man, that was the talk of the party. But that's that 250. No, that watch was worth like 1 point something million.
Right.
So, I forgot the name of the actual. He had this. It was at a all white party, and it had a white band on it, but it had a green emerald, a real emerald card. It was a 1-of-1 watch.
It took 3,000 hours to make.
3,000 construction hours to make, Joe. Hey, let us know when you remember it though. But we'll keep you up to date whether or not Rock Nation has to pay this money back with Unanimous Games. It's actually going to start coming out with a video game. Let us know. Would you play a Rock Nation video game, Unanimous Game, a game featuring maybe Jay-Z or Memphis Bleak? Let us know, 812-303-5018, or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99, sponsored by Loudberries Clothing at loudberries.com for the 420 clothing enthusiasts. Find a link in the description below and order you some bright, fresh clothes for the summer and get back to school for the fall at loudberries.com. And if there's something else you want to hear, let us know, 812-303-5018. or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios. Spuds and Stuff located in the Ross Center on Evansville Southeast Side on the corner of Washington Bakey. Hit them up for in-store pickup or delivery at 812-402-7783 or spudsandstuff.com. That's Spuds with a Z, spudsandstuff.com. The COVID-19 Delta variant is kicking into full gear right now. Especially got the kids going back to school and everything. Had a mass number of cases of children that came down with the COVID-19 vaccine. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Talking about they making up 15% of the new cases that are being discovered. Right now with the back to school, ever since the schools have opened back up. But a lot of people are just coming up with every excuse they can to not get the shot, but still want to be out in public.
Right.
You know what I mean? Look, you can't have it both ways now. You're either going to be out in public, you got to get the shot, or you're going to not get the shot and stay out of people's faces. It's got to be one or the other. Because I don't go out there, breathe. You don't want to wear the mask either. None of that stuff. Not people trying to blame it on the movies.
Yeah.
The I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
And one lady told her boss, said the 2007 film I Am Legend starring Will Smith is about a failed attempt to genetically re-engineer measles, killing 99% of the world's population. And the claims that something similar would happen if people started receiving COVID jabs have been circulating on social media. Man, now you really, people are just taking this. They take anything on social media they can and run with it to try to make it fit into what they already
what they believe.
Come on now. It say last week the New York Times reported that the owner of an eyewear store in the Bronx, New York, was struggling to try to persuade some of its staff to get a COVID vaccine, with one employee citing the plot of I Am Legend as a concern. It said one employee said she was concerned because she thought a vaccine had caused the characters in the film of I Am Legend to turn into zombies. So responding to the article, the Akiva Goldsman, 59, who co-wrote the screenplay, which is based on the 1954 novel of the same name, I Am Legend, tweeted, "Oh my God, it's a movie. It's not. It's not real. We made it up. That has nothing to do with COVID-19. But it's a shame that we actually have to clarify this kind of stuff to people.
And these are grown folk
that are really latching on to these kind of conspiracy theories and like crackpot theories. You would rather take anything and everything you see off the internet, Facebook, Twitter, instead of what your doctor is telling you. Right. Now, if your doctor is telling you don't get that shot because you're going to have some kind of adverse reaction to it, your makeup, your body chemistry, the medicines that you're on, whatever it may be, if you get a doctor telling you that you're not eligible for that shot, like we were talking about the drummer, it was doctor, he got the first one of the shots, or one or two, and had a bad reaction to it, and his doctor said, oh, nope, we can't give you another one. You know what I mean? Your body's not built for it. We got to wait for another type of vaccine to come out, and we'll test your blood with it when it comes out. But until then, you got to sit still. So unless you have a doctor's note saying that you just can't get the shot, you have no reason not to get the shot if you're going out in public. And don't be trying to use these crackpot theories about, you know what I mean, it's the movies, people gonna start turning into zombies, it's birds. The birds are fake and they dropping.
Yeah, they dropping out the sky.
They spraying COVID and spying on you from the government and all that. Oh my God, the earth is flat. Some of these guys needed to go up in that space shuttle with Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos.
Still been proven to them.
You don't think?
They're stuck in our belief already.
Even if you see it outside, man, I'm telling you, some people don't believe none of what they see, let alone half of what they hear. You know what I mean? And you can't tell a knucklehead things. You know what I mean? I stopped trying to convince people a long time. I will disseminate information. I will that's what I do. I'm a talker, I'm an entertainer, I'm a host. If it's something I think people need to know about, I will give you that information. I'm going to let you make your own decision about it, whether or not you want to do or take my advice, whatever. But I'm not that convinced. Like, please listen to me. You got to, no, not that. I tell it to you once, and if your common sense don't kick in to let you know, make your own decision on whether or not, or if you don't have a legitimate argument to come back to me to say, well, no, I disagree with you, man, because of such and such and such and such. We can have a, back and forth. Just like one of my favorite guys to argue with, my guy Josh Edwards. I'm telling you, the manager over there at Donato's, you know what I mean? I love going back and forth with that guy, you know what I mean? Because it's intelligent disagreement. You can talk to me intelligently and say, but you talking about I Am Legend is the reason you don't want to get the vaccine now? No, dude. You just don't want your job now. That's all it is. And I think a lot of people think that if they quit or don't get the vaccine from the COVID or refuse the vaccine, that they're gonna get unemployment. And no, that's not how it works. You will not, if you lose your job for refusing to get the vaccine, you do not get unemployment. Unless your doctor tells you that you can't get the shot, then your job actually had to make accommodations for you. Because that's part of what they call the Disabilities Act. Or whatever, you know what I mean? If there's something that you can't actually get a shot or a regular Medicaid or your religious beliefs or something like that that's really stern, or whether you're not, they can make accommodations for you, put you in the corner somewhere, put you in the back office behind the bathroom. You know what I mean? Just keep you out of the way, but just outright refusing to get the vaccine and trying to force employers to keep you on board with all of the rest of their vaccinated employees. No, that's not fair to the ones that got vaccinated. You know what I mean? We're complied with the rules. We're back here. We're doing our job. So why does this person, you know what I mean? Unless, like I said, unless you got a doctor statement saying that your body can't take it, you know what I mean? You have no right to be subjecting other people to your germs. So don't be trying to use all these crackpot theories about why you don't. If you just don't want to get the shot, if you legitimately don't trust the results or the side effects that have been reported after you've done your own research, looked at the Centers for Disease Control research, actually listen to Dr. Fauci's opinions and things like that, actually talk to your own personal doctor about how this would affect your own body. Don't be trying to reach out to the internet and try to Twitter in the Twitterverse trying to get your medical advice. You know what I mean? That's oh my God, that's just not the way. That's just not the way. Don't get your medical advice from the Twitterverse. So, are you still refusing to get the shot? What other conspiracy theories have you heard or latched on to that's stopping you from getting the shot other than you just don't trust it? Let us know, 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear at 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB, sponsored by Loudberries Clothing at loudberries.com for the 420 clothing enthusiasts. Get all their 420 related gear. Stay fresh to death for the summer and for the fall school year at loudberries.com. And as usual, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios located on the corner of Washington and Bakey. Give them a call at 812-402-7783. Tell them Nino sent you. Kanye West said that his Twitter account had been hacked.
Really?
Yeah, and it made people suggesting that people were said that he was going to be moving out of the Mercedes-Benz Donda studio and trying to find another stadium to move into. So I don't know if that was just some kind of troll that was trying to mess with, you know, or somebody that actually was I guess competitor of the Mercedes-Benz stadium. Because I mean, it's still espionage, corporate espionage going on. You know, I still do believe that there are companies that are legitimately spying on other companies and trying to sabotage other companies that are in their same field of business. You know, there are people out there that actually have other people hacking into other companies' businesses and stuff, trying to see. So I can believe it. You know, my Facebook account got hacked a couple times. It's always them bots out there trolling. You know, once they actually recognize that they have a popular account, you know, that's when a human takes over and tries to do all. So I think that's really what happened, because apparently somebody had tweeted out through KC's Twitter account. You know, one of the producers and artists that's working with Kanye on his Donda album, been in there with him, said we moving.
Yeah, you already know what we moving.
Yeah, we moving to another stadium. So the artist didn't reveal where they were going to set up, but other Atlanta area stadiums, including State Farm Arena, Truist Park, and Rush Chandler Stadium, were brought up in the conversation. It's also possible that Kanye is blessing another city with his pre-Donda listening parties. But I don't think that, but they said that they're denying that the tweets actually came from him. I don't see, you know, Kanye actually picking up, you know, and moving and going to set up another, because he already had to move his release date back like three. No, it's been like 3 times, because his poll came out in like it was June. When did it come out in June the first time? Let's check that out. It was supposed to come out in like June. Then it was like August the 6th. It was supposed to come out. Now it's been moved back to like August the 17th. Now that it's supposed to come out next week sometime, and we'll see if that release date actually stands, because he's still in his post-production stage. I guess his perfectionist nature starting to kick in. I hope he doesn't overproduce it. You know what I mean?
He never really overproduced anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I haven't, but he has made some songs that he really thought that he could get away with. You know what I mean? What was that one song my son let me hear? It was called Poopity Scoop.
Never heard.
Man, oh my God, it was crazy. The whole beat, he was just poopity scoop, scoopity poopity poopity. And it was to the Kanye beat. The beat was cold, but it was one of them I can make anything and sell it kind of statements.
Okay.
That he put out there. And I was like, is this a real song? Is this really for real what he's doing? So I can understand he'd be making Kanye likes to make statements, like to keep people on the edge of their seats. He's the master of, the suspense and marketing and all that good stuff. Did you ever see him in concert? We had the floating platforms.
No.
Man, the guy had the levitating floating platform that he was rapping on at some of his concerts, like floating over the crowd and everything. Okay. And I remember one of the statements he said that my only regret is that I would never be able to see myself rap as a fan. Boy, that is some of the most egotistical.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's real though. He'd never be able to enjoy himself in concert as a fan. You know what I mean? So that was a real Kanye thing to say. But I don't see him just getting on Twitter and say, hey, we moved to another stadium and up. Unless he had some kind of disagreement with the Mercedes-Benz stadium people. Right. I can't see him just picking up and moving up from all the accommodations that they made for him. They got him a bedroom in there, studios, personal showers, all that good stuff.
The dancers for
you know what I mean? The Triple X muses. That they was gonna start providing for
that suit.
Oh my God! So she's still coming around.
You feel me? So he ain't gonna pick up and leave yet, Jeff.
I believe it's just a hack. I believe it was just a rumor. I mean, a lot of these celebrities. I believe some of them actually kind of fake that fake hack. Just to keep some news relevant. What I mean? So, but I don't see Kanye moving. So any of the rumors of him moving from Mercedes-Benz Stadium before the album is actually finished and released, I don't see it happening. I think he's going to finish it all right there and actually have a release party at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. These have just been listening parties and all that good stuff, where he bobbing his head to his own music. But I can see him actually doing an actual album release party down there in Atlanta. So we'll see what it turns into. The Donda album is scheduled to be moved back again. It's supposed to be August the 17th. Of next week to be released, and we'll see if we put the final touches on it, and we'll see if we can get the final product from your man Kanye West. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, sponsored by Loudberries Clothing at loudberries.com. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear. 812-303-5018 or comment on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios on the southeast side of Evansville. Give them a call at 812-402-7783 or online at spudsandstuff.com for in-house, in-store pickup, or delivery. They will accommodate you, and they're veteran friendly. Give you service of first responder discounts of 10%. Just tell them Nino sent you and show your first responder ID. Talking about the kids going back to school, they started Monday. They're doing that staggering, intermittent return to school. Like I think A through H or L or something went back Monday and Tuesday, and then it's like M through Z is coming back Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday everybody comes back all trying to wean them in and all that good stuff. But it's still a lot of these parents that are using their kids as political pawns, telling them not letting the kids wear the mask, telling them purposefully not to wear the mask when they go to school, which is really some of the most selfish things you could tell a child to do. You're telling them not to have any concern with anybody else's health, let alone their own. Whether they had, like I said, people don't understand what this vaccine is doing. Whether you've had the shot or not, you still have that COVID, those COVID germs in you until they die. What the vaccine is doing is just stopping your body from having super adverse reactions to it, so you don't end up on a ventilator while your body is working that COVID, COVID infection out of your system. But you can still pass it to other people. And if you're talking about going into a super spreader What's more of a super spreader place than
a school?
You know what I mean? Elementary schools at that. They talking about the new results that say that more and more children are tested positive for COVID-19, and some doctors are not only reporting an uptick in cases, but more severe illnesses for the kids who are contracting it. Because, you know, when it gets into the kid system is fighting harder than anybody's. It's, you know, the blood is running, the heart is pumping faster. You know, they got a lot more energy than an adult, you know what I mean? Especially if they eating a lot like my sons eat.
Right.
You know what I mean? What they say, starve a feed or feed a cold. That man, they work, their bodies and their immune system are working very hard to fight off a whole bunch of diseases. So when they do catch something like COVID-19 that actually knocks that immune system down, oh, it's gonna hurt them hard. It says, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, 93,824 child COVID-19 cases were reported between last 2 week of July 29th and August the 5th, which was children representing 15% of the weekly reported cases in the U.S. And since July 22nd, the total number of child COVID-19 cases has jumped up 4%, with nearly 4.3 million children in the United States testing positive for COVID-19 since the start of the pandemic. And now that we're opening these schools back up fully, some states have mask mandates, some don't.
No sense.
Some school districts are implementing, you know what I mean? A couple of school districts in Texas are getting in trouble from the Texas governor for implementing mask mandates in their school districts. The Texas governor is coming in and saying, no, you can't make these kids wear this. Up to the parents to decide if they
he's not up in the classroom doing
so not his kids ain't up in the book.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Make it make sense.
So, but nobody, like I say, what's they fat? They don't believe fat meat greasy. They don't believe it till it happened to them. Till somebody that they know it ends up in the hospital. We done lost like 2 senators, you know, 2 state senators from this COVID-19 stuff. We've lost musicians, we've lost politicians, we've lost businessmen, and this everybody ends up making a video saying, I wish I would have got it. I wish I would have got the vaccine. I wish I would have stayed home. I wish I would have told my kids. Come on now, don't wait till it's too late to do it. If you really want to go out to these places and if you really want to send your kid back into the public school arena, you don't want to do the homeschooling, because me and my wife had the back and forth. I really wanted the kids to stay at home for another year.
Right, just stay home another year.
You know what I mean? You can get the same learning, get the same, you know what I mean? These kids, you know, ain't going to miss playing with each other like that. They still interact with each other, but they're being a lesser degree playing with each other after school than they do
inside, you know, what I mean? Where it's already congested.
In the lunchroom
at one given time,
500 deep in the gymnasium. You know what I mean? 40 deep in the classroom, I'm all breathing on each other, let alone coming to school with regular sicknesses. I'm talking about regular
cold season coming up too now.
Dude, this is about to get crazy. Now, I put up a poll up on the Live 99 Facebook page on whether or not you believe that the country is going to get shut down again due to this pandemic. And an overwhelming majority is saying yes. You know what I mean? We see it happening. It's been a rise. And while severe illnesses due to COVID-19 is uncommon among children, there's an urgent need to collect more data on long-term impacts of the pandemic on children, including the ways that the virus may harm the long-term physical health of infected children, as well as its emotional and mental health effects. And they sending these kids back into these schools like guinea pigs. They really just trying to see
what's going to happen.
You know, they don't want to take the time to do the test and let kids sit still. Okay, so what, you miss a semester? So what, you miss your walking across the stage moment? You still got your diploma. You can. I came back the following year when I graduated from Ivy Tech. I didn't even go to the graduation that year. I went to, you know, my wife at the time was like, go to the ceremony. They kept sending me invites like, you can still walk across the stage with this class if you want to. We noticed you never walked across the So I mean, it's not like if you really want the ceremony, that it wouldn't have been an opportunity for it to happen.
True.
Just like I seen a commercial where they said the quinceañera plus one, and a lot of families, I guess that's a Hispanic tradition to celebrate that 15th birthday. A lot of those parties and stuff had to be canceled. You got to wait till next year to do it. And the kids complaining, well, I'm not going to be 15 next year. I'm going to be 16. But it's still going to be a party.
Still going to be a party.
You need to stop tripping. I mean, but it's hard to convince a child to think in the long term.
Right.
Because they don't have a point of reference of long term. You know what I mean? It's only been 18, 19 years for some of these people. You know what I mean? For some of the kids,
Right.
16 and under for a lot of them that was trying to fight back, and 12 and under for the ones that haven't even been eligible to get the shot yet. So they have no idea what long-term effects actually mean. Everybody just want to go back to school and see their friends. Play around, Europe, all that good stuff. So we got to be careful with what we're doing to the kids. I said the kids under 12 still cannot yet receive COVID-19 vaccinations, and which are still undergoing testing in younger age groups. But many other people admitted here at the Seattle Children's Hospital, as mentioned by the multiple articles, said that the unvaccinated people over the age of 12 and unvaccinated people under the age of 12 are all still at risk. And said that he added that the vaccine approval for the children under 12, which could come this fall, would be a big step in reducing the spread of
COVID. Get a vaccine for that flu hit, Jeff.
I know they're trying to hit it up, but they trying to rush this through too. This is gonna be Lightspeed 2.0 for the kids.
Yeah, man.
And then the kids they start realizing all these side effects that the kids are gonna be having. Imagine how many doctor's notes these kids. They getting doctor's notes so they won't have to participate in gym. Imagine how many fake doctor's notes about to be passed out for these kids to not get this COVID-19. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of parents talking about, oh, my child died. And then we'll be trying to sue the school.
Yeah.
Can you see that happening?
It happens,
parents trying to sue their school because the kid caught COVID-19 at the school. I'm telling you, It's about to happen. They just had a case in Germany where this nurse was caught switching out 9,000 doses of the COVID-19.
Going to black market the vaccine?
No, she was one of them anti-vaxxers, thought that the vaccine was doing more harm, one of them crackpot conspiracy theorists. Yeah, we do have them in the medical field as well. We got remember those nurses that were fighting not to have to wear the mask and fighting not to get the vaccine and before they can go back to work. There are a lot of some people who have medical degrees that don't use them. They just they just in it for the check. Or whatever conspiracy theory that they want to believe and try not to get it, like the nurses. She's swapped out.
Now, though, they're required to get them.
They have to. Don't nobody want to catch that. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to catch it. You got to have measles, mumps, rubella, all that kind of stuff. There are already vaccination mandates in place in the United States for government jobs, for military. You know, if you're joining the military, if you're going to public school, anything that's public where you have to deal with everybody else, you have to consider everybody else. If you don't want to get the shot, if you don't want to deal with other people, go to private school. Stay at home, homeschooling. A couple of buddies around here said that they want to keep their kids at home and just homeschool because they don't trust sending them back to school and don't want to get them the vaccine. They don't trust the vaccine. Okay, that's your choice. Keep the kids at the crib. You know what I mean? But if you're sending them back to these public schools, make sure they are educated and are wearing those masks while they're in school. You know what I mean? You know they're going to take them off every now and then. They're going to do what they do, blah, blah. Especially the special needs children. It's going to be very hard to try to keep the masks on them as well. But just outright telling them they don't have to, you're just slinging the door wide open for all these germs. Wait till October. Wait till 2 weeks. No. I'm giving it 2 months. For the kids, I'm gonna give it 2 months. Wait till October and November roll around and flu season start kicking in, man. We gonna wish we had masks mandated and wish we'd have stayed home.
I still wear my mask on.
I still wear my mask.
I got my mask in the car, one in my pocket.
I ain't gonna. I'm telling you, boy. And when I actually finally decide feeling comfortable taking it off in public places, it's gonna be like the Wiz. Can you feel a brand new day? If you don't know what the Wiz is, now you're gonna get the mask. Are you gonna encourage your kids to wear the mask while they're in school, or do you not think it's necessary for the kids to wear the mask while they're in school? Let us know, 812-303-5018, or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Yo, and that will do it for another edition of Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. I hope you had just as much fun as I did. You did?
Yeah, been a blast. Hump day and I'm ready to eat.
Ready to Always ready to eat, boy. I'm telling you, starve a fever, feed a cold. We ain't trying to catch that COVID around here, boy. We're going to keep these immune systems up. We're going to keep them in these masks. You know what I mean? Once they get that vaccine in order and get all them side effects out and get FDA full approval, I might just end up getting the shot too.
That's what I'm just saying real fast though. They don't have the seal of approval yet, homie.
I know. They working on it.
Everybody getting that damn shot. You got my test tube. Thanks
for being the guinea pigs, I guess. You know, I've been working out. But I hope they don't use these kids as guinea pigs. No. You know, it's back to school.
But they don't have a choice, so, bro.
Man, we're going to see in 2 months, man.
Yeah.
November is going to be the marker of whether or not this COVID-19 is either under control or we're headed back to a shutdown. But you can join back in with us, same bad time, same bad channel, tomorrow from 8 until 10 for the Urban Revolution Radio Show with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks. And if you missed any part of today's broadcast, you can always catch the podcast on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Urban Revolution Radio, where we recap everything that we talked about. And if you are an independent artist or entrepreneur and you want to get your voice heard here on Urban Revolution Radio, all you have to do is send us a clean MP3 version of your music or a brief description of your business, whatever you got going on. And if it's on point, we'll show it as much love as humanly possible, just like our artist of the week this week, Big Coop, Evansville's own. You know what I mean? We just added another song to the lineup. I think it was the 800 degrees. Yeah, 800 degrees. Look at it tonight, because he sent us like 5 of them.
Yeah, you got those songs, man. Dump them all at one time. Yeah, wait,
a little bit at a time. So right. You always got to make it off this music in rotation, full rotation right now. And we just threw, I think it's 800 degrees in rotation. So be on the lookout for Big Coop. Like, subscribe, and share the video with your people. Got anything else you need to add?
No, sir.
All right, so I was getting ready to eat. It's been a blast. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.